Hi, we'll be making Paper City today. Alright, so I suggest that you pause this video to get the things that you need for today's lesson. Alright, so I got all my things ready. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is you fold your construction paper into half and you want to form a elongated semicircle. It looks like a window. So once you unfold, you will get this shape. Now this will not be your final shape, so you will be trimming it off at the side a little bit later. Okay, depending on the next step. Alright, so I'm just doing a little bit of trimming now because I think it's a little bit too big. The size varies depending on how big you want it to be. Alright. Okay, now we're gonna be working on the next layer. Now, if you were looking at the photo just now, you saw a drawing of a second layer, which is a cityscape. So, I just measured the white paper against the red paper, and I make sure that it is slightly shorter, okay, and it is able to bend and make that curve so that it will form the layer. Okay, I'll be folding in the side to create like a tab. Okay, so now you can see that I didn't do any sketches beforehand because it's a preference. Okay, so if you prefer to draw your cityscapes using a pencil first, go ahead. Alright, you are free to do so, but the final outcome should be done using a marker. Okay, so once you are done with the drawing, I want you to cut it out and measure it against your red paper. Alright, so now I'm doing some measurements for my second layer. Alright, so for this particular project, there's a lot of trial and error. So what you see on the video, there could be many other ways to achieve it. Alright, so now the second layer, the drawings should be lower than the first layer buildings. Okay, so it should be shorter. So again, I'm drawing directly with my marker, so you can do it with your pencil first. Alright, so when you do your drawing, make sure your buildings or whatever cityscape that you're drawing, it should attach to each other. Do not separate them into separate pieces. And ta-da! Okay, hoop them like that. Alright, so now we are doing the third layer. The third layer, of course, it will be shorter than the second layer buildings. Okay, so for this, I'm going with the idea of roads, vehicles, maybe a tree or two. So here I'm drawing again without using my pencil again. Okay, so this is one simple idea. Or maybe you want to draw, instead of having roads and vehicles, you can do a park with tree and bushes and shrubs, and people jogging, just enjoying themselves. Yeah, I think that is something that many can enjoy these days. Yeah. Okay, next you want to cut your last layer. Okay, now if you are thinking about if I could do another layer, of course you can. Alright, that varies. If your second and your first layer is a lot longer or taller, of course you can always play around with more layers. Okay, so now you can see that I'm still trimming my background paper just to make sure that it fits nicely. Alright, so now I'm getting ready my glue, and again, do not directly glue on your first attempt. Always plan your composition. Okay, and once you have planned and you are more definite and sure about your placement, then you glue it down. Alright, so just do as follows. So now I'm putting the last layer in. Alright, so you can see that in order for you to achieve that hoop, okay, that loop shape, your folding at the corner of the paper or at the side of the paper will get narrower and narrower. Alright, so you could also use a longer paper. Alright, so it's a lot easier for you to achieve that. Alright, so now it's your turn.